It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching Cole Bishop. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Cowboys and the Bills coming up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Newman. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. Escapes the defender. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tucker Kraft, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now the Bills getting ready on offense for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd in a couple. Running out of the gun here with Benson.
either blocking the offense.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On first down, it's Benson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Oh, and what? The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And as we play out the final stretch of games, he entered our contest here as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to throw, Thompson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webb. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They run over center with Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Thompson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. A give up the middle with Benson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 21. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Another run here with Benson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, it's Thompson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Cowboys at 9-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Newman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tucker Kraft with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll go again with Benson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Thompson. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that'll be incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Thompson now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Thompson going to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Thompson back to the air once more. And Gordon's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Thompson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Thompson looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. Here's Thompson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Newman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And apparently halftime couldn't come soon enough, as this is an 18-point game at the break. Justin Herbert, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Josh Allen leading the way there. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And taken right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And out across midfield down to the 45. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, Benson running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score. 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Newman. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Back to throw again. This is caught. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A handoff here to Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. That man again, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A give. Here comes Benson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Benson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
They'll set up a throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Benson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll look to throw now on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
It's caught at the 1, and he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And they take a knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.